Fortwell Solicitors, Emrenimu kuku draw for. So what's na hache? Ombe bua uma onsaka wonkrata. Na swedi e drone so a eyo mokoko kra. Eba ni nipa sitinemu eni ejumemu nsembia. Omu timu akotene pa. Omu omre di many pebia. Na die nika wo mu poni se no consultation fee.
Fortwell Solicitors always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad. Fortwell Solicitors also deals with long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Fortwell Solicitors is located at
Unit 1, ground floor, Katrina House, 58 Clarendon Road, London, N80DJ. Nearest tube station, Tempark Lane and Wood Green. Overground, Hornsey Station. Buses, 41 to Archway and 144 to Maswa Hill. For more info, call 0203 3257 030. Call our 24-hour line on 0754 8701 011. Website www.fortwellsolicitors.com.
Opening hours Monday to Friday 9:30 to 5:30 p.m.
Thursday Beyonce Young Milton Keynes.
Fortwell Solicitors is regulated by SRA.
Fortwell Solicitors.
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
Abusia mama o achen na mama o akwaba biara wo biara me gidi se wo ho eye pa yeda nyankopon ase aye na dum me pe enede so ode kwa achen bi yete ase a na erade adum arakwa se de onim no ene eye ebinada Tuesday me ahwe so abo ho by 30th of September 2022. Ma obi bia shedding any ya for said the nyina nim no ye hima kese pa da form nti ye ni abre pa ye ni abre even though I who say ni so bia san ye ni ase ye ni abre pa but all the same mu hu don't know ene dey so ya ba aye ba be somo ewo dwumedie so legal our dwumedie na edu so said the onim no ebina da bia non du bope ni ashase ni asori so eye dubako aha eye GN Radio UK meeting Mama Len said the die no mini lawyer Daniel Kwe na ene edidwumedie no eba wa kwan so last week ye ba be sono ne ne dey so ya ba ayesa ebe sono nene ye kasa ye ne titru pa ebegina eye student visa application process kwan abefa so se o dear application so we share dear any ade ni nyina no aha na abehu no nti ene dey aba aye ba be somwo na wo betimi do questions so nyina aba ama lawyer eyi ano de amount ebrese mu no ye bebie phone lines na tum se de da ye no no pese ofra e ma ho kwan e ma betimi afra busa lawyer o question no we yi ano fefefe so e di amount saso na me de lawyer number e betuga ama wo se o pese okukohu no office na oni no kotena sia ni nyina so no e ni nyina betuga a kire okwan a obefa so na good bibia agugu na akwam o hwe wo bre na 9 minutes past 10 ye hye na sia no me se bre no me be ma eye lawyer akwaba na ye di dwumedie no ahyehye so amen lawyer
Good morning, Mama Len.
Good morning patron here
Oh, nyame adom boko mo paibo ne okay okay.
Ni fata pa
Me that's it pa.
Me patron wa che ye tiefo na ye mfa dwumedie no hyehyɛ so
Yo etiefo enano pay mi chiamunia say and then the first time I will join the friend lawyer Daniel Koi me fee Fortwell Solicitors yeah so Eche Quine Ewo Honzi and as North London, Wood Green, and as a Temple Lane Station. Every Thursday, and so legal surgery Milton Keynes. Internet so what's happening to Consul episode be here. Wait me afraid na ye book appointment amount na wabe here. Na say the mama learn a kind, and not pay even though adhere to it, we still have to move on. Life still has to go on. They have issues regarding Aquintio student visa applications, especially. Now, a ban on September, September na most universities or more academic calendar no started. In Tinkrofo bebre wo honoma or my year or most student visa application or more train decision digidi ebi mo nso de ebia ebeba no na anko ne kwan so ebia na processes anka o follow no when follow sa processes no no ntina enne no you decided say you better discuss this topic way. Now, apart from that, and so no, Fortwell Solicitors, and so we have started a new service. You've started just this week, EFA student visa applications. Unti Crampo and a man may take his topic way on board and into while joining be first, say, Ofrey and ni Castle officer will back school or Chrome has here. The advice will tell you, they say, walk up a school, no, unya school ni we are, nefe waba, na what the cast number near your application amount. From now onwards, it doesn't work like that anymore. Okay. From now onwards, say, open say, uba school, UK, na oba, you bet me, a process, from start to finish. Until they say, about boy, now be in school, now be in cast. If you have no visa application, we are able to do it. Together with the partners, we are affiliated with almost all the universities UK has say into the betimi abua admission almost 95% of universities UK, from foundation programs, English language programs, and SANA degree programs, any master's program, PhD program, any program be our person we be no you betimi abua amawenya admission any of the universities are open say internet. That is exciting news, and for that reason, very very important say the the student visa application process so that when take it phone normal friend say one with student visa application biana onim the process or onim what we are going to expect from them, so that we don't make any mistakes. Almost some application that are so at least UTB nasi bibi ekutochima emau and as a farmer you refuse you administrative reviewer. At least from today's discussion, ubetimi take one or two things to be in doing taking that next step to correct whatever mistake you've already made our application processing.
Thank you so much. For someone who the way and your money see connect us away as a person and that is a one out of school. I said, is it a lawyer teacher no pay the given in our baby boo almost so. Into what dear baby Ramuna and Yema, a SSA processing in application in the BR, the SSA Minister. Tell our son na etun safro ni afro wa downfall na afe wo hwe yen so e live a Facebook and show a bomodi an se wo be like na wa share video ama obi foforo so etimi atibi e bia na nya wo pese na emu obi na beboa no we ne sa ni be ka ho pa. Thank you so much lawyer. Yes sir Breno yen fa ye remu na ene the SSA ye hu bia e fa student application ni process ni bia ministry wa for you room say when a person dey share say free nko ade a ene na ndimodia
mpacho yo say opese we ye oba school e krum hasia na unye British national and I say at the moment crown no we EU national crown na still no ye be cultural say we application for student visa. First no na anka ye friend no tier 4 CCA omeyi tier 4 dini fiho into no obeti student visa and as a child student visa ninyana at the corona it's not really much change. And as a changes, yeah, and share that musa. But in terms of documentation, any inyama will be here and sana why application, you know. Said ya winimono ade chine ade sanya na ensisan kakra ebim. Na say oh yeah application echo efficacy mu honoma so we guidance ni ma. One of the first things that the efficacy for are supposed to check in is why overstay previously, and as a will book and run so immigration laws so previously, and not one of the things efficacy for will look out for. And nunti in most of the time, you catch for say we betina krum has say na we overstay a bia wo kwa untimi emba biom. So you catch us a untimi emba bioma. One of the things they are talking about is also over as a student. Students, also student visa application. This is a why exhausted timelines now. Immigration rules in the air can it's a 1 hour call 1 year. So if you can see for the the number of years is very, very important. Say what overstay has said that now open say we student visa application now. First and foremost, the representative and aware of it. And yes, a bit me affect application now. Seek some akwebasa, seek a question. Secondly, see a check is a criminal record via UK and as any other country. Very, very important. Criminal records, believe it or not, efficacy for India Grokra, say any application via open we be efficacy for ever check or criminal history before they process the application for you. You may be so application form also say any criminal record, and the expectation is a one casano ube yano, one casabecasa will be and as a would be. If Ukasa will need be now say a final say will be apart from the fact they may refuse you just for having criminal history, you also be refused because you've not been honest and sincere and you've withheld information from efficacy for elevating Abano from coming to the UK. So visa application, so oba beya very important. Say oba prepare with evidence na obe here a application. I.e. So oba say one will ebusuan for eba at the same time. We will need all the information from Webusuani now and Ebano. Be more aiding, but so oba has say as a student, especially oba beye master's program, and I say any program above degree level into the master's, PhD, MPhil, any of those programs. Now, ultimately, we wish for account on a backroom has it with me the way you're ukunu and I say womba account at the abba room has say into say you are preparing to do that. Whoever is assisting you with the application process, managing aware from the onset. Most people may prefer say a bia or non kwa ever for the first time. Or betina kronim na ohun the way airco onya baby tina and sana wakofan the busuan for abba. And also it's permissible. And yet necessarily say at the time I will year application, and so what they will busuan for come straight away. Remember, says also what they will busuan for a come at the time of initial application. It means it's a sikasem. Sika is what they try regarding maintenance and do because they will multiply it or they will add any number of applicants or they and they will calculate what is needed. Another important thing is so person we year application understand the process say me at the application at as far as 6 months preceding the date of your start date of your visa. And I said, of course, Nababe Eukrum has saying. Until say, obey course Eukrum has say, bia, and ne ameno casano, 1 May September deadline. You've missed it. Until you are thinking, say, obey join February starts because a lot of universities, apart from some starting some of the courses in September, they have a few courses that tend to start in January or February. Until so 1 May September starts now, so person will join February starts now. Ben tinasi na enkoda na unkase media may train last minute answer my application. And now you can start the application process, you can submit it, and the Home Office will take their time process it. The most important thing that you need to understand is say the 30-day vignette at the Mawa, you better starting at the time I will course in the Bible start, and you cannot come in any earlier than that time. Normally, no, say the visa Mawa, just 30 days. near their ball passport. The expectation is all the 30 days, it be racronimu. So we racronimu area within 10 working days, now wako local post office, collection point address, decision letter, and also a honum now be or biometric card, and as a biometric residence permit. Very, very important. Say ube do our I know in Crawford almost 30 days in Abba. Ebia ne papa na ne mama no wa boa na no wa ye visa na ba obeba no be akwaje BRP no be sorry keke akọ post office akwaje BRP no onkoje na owo honom ubehwe no afa plane no san akọ fie holidays expecting so betimi abera kronim. And I've seen that a lot because so we call post office for now one kasa wo individual don't even small be say onko post office na onkoje o biometric card amount there be ye fa masa ni pa ntine say ubo modern na wo de wo vignet in eba kronim waba you don't need to work, you don't need to do anything, so you haven't seen the need to go for the BRP now. Don't think say who to coin if you chrome has say unlike Ghana no I has say who fi chronima and form who and ya first one ba check say visa bena now the t chrome ha visa bena wo de ko there be Ghana for now who fi chronima mbe visa say na wo kra na oti han visa bena na what it has say they care about what you were staying there, but I say who fi chronima they are more than happy to see you go out. So now one share the out the back now so PFE chronima coming back and one here a problem amount see the vignet in the amount now be do chronima make it sure say BRP na catch yourself within 10 working days and you go and do that. Now a ban processing time from the date of application as a date I will be submitting or documents to the Home Office. Now Home Office for published timelines in the 3 weeks. But when you're in say 3 weeks now or makano applications be brave or honoma a bio honoma na within the 3 weeks in a decision and by until you need to look at your timelines. And so which time I was course in the start and now me no can say Ebiana obi 8 or say or student visa application no be joining September starts. Since your time ne call. So what do application called 2 now? So the 2 normally now still by 3-4 weeks. One share by the time decision in the background no now of course and they are starting age they moved on. It's very, very important. Say if we share what timelines, say they are making wait me application is 6 months ahead. But what the white train, what to say me white train last minute and send out the application in 2 months. You may have to consider doing priority service. Your premium service if you can see move for a bit, take a decision within just a few days per the amount. But at the last minute application, you need to consider that. Okay. Then, and sign out the application so ever to one of the key factors and a key documents and as evidence if you can see move for a here. English language requirements. I don't know. You cannot get away with it. Say we will be me if Ghana and the official language English dear. But when making an application to come to the UK and to come and study here now, they would expect to say Ube pass an appropriate English language test, and that's what makes me who say what pass ya with me a course na obabeyan. Instead, there are a number of options with me a use to add the meets English language requirements. Now, option 1, say why a degree be which was taught in English and Sana Oba Chrome has say if our degree any degree which was taught in English, which many people will have if they had studied in Ghana, then it is possible, say, wait me a application. But it is not just the fact, say, why will course in our English, that is it, baby. So why you will course in our English, you will need to take your certificates and your transcripts to an organization called ECTIS. First, Renier from Monarch, Ciciano. The organization have changed into remember, say you are not sending it to NARIC anymore. You are sending it to ECTIS. ECTIS for the juicy kakakra. They will look at your transcript, they will look at your degree to make sure say authentic, and then they will give you a certificate to show say they can confirm say English course now we and it was taught in English, and it is equivalent to a UK degree. And for that reason, you can use that document. Sir, we know conversion is very, very, very important, because doing it can take a bit of time. And yes, it can take some time for it to come back. If you are planning to travel, making sure you do it way ahead of time. But just ultimately, I said, yes, sir. So train last minute, I want to try and raise me a whole do back. People who have studied UK degree or UK previously, they don't need to show anything like that from ECTIS. And one is say obey you soon the UK degree, now or the obi honoma or bas school has said that. Or bad school and call back, then it is not a problem. Now there are people who may have been in Ghana, but why year be a long distance course. You say your universities you have more long distance courses. Or Ghana, but the degree now or one was issued by a UK university. If that is the case, then you don't need to go through some organization and ask them for them to check your details for you. Wait me a year application with that certificate without any issue. So if Oshe now timelines now actors for an answer organization at the amount for them to verify your degree for you is taking too long. Into a dia person we will arbitrate and as a timelines in the ADM kakra. Now you cannot wait for them to verify your and waiting for you. Then the best thing maybe is obey approved English language test. At the moment, approved English language test in the year was so many organizations are almost English language testing. Whether say if you Ghana and I say or UK has you don't necessarily have to just wait on British Council. First, so always English language test and say Bosumi Biana British Council for a test back could be at the moment, we have companies such as Pearson, we have PSI services. These people have centers in Ghana, Accra, Kumasi, Obetimi, Akoteki, Sa test, and when you get in touch, we will tell you, depending on where you are getting in touch from, the nearest center to you, Obetimi, Akoye, and yen necessarily say, train say Boston British Council for Ayo Omodene Real my main train copy next month and send my year Abiana and Rene Edi Etiao. The other requirements, which is very, very important to many people, are financial requirements. In your name, say Mama Len, Sikadie, and this is what will differentiate between Nkrofo a omubetimi aba krom hase abesuade and your moment member and besuade. Now, if your course is being self-funded, then the expectation is that you will be able to maintain yourself. You have enough money to pay your university fees up to a year, and answer Omobeka specifically 9 months, and then to maintain yourself up to 9 months. So we share application called university honoma. Now your mount offer letter say your file school honoma. You be mount offer letter, and I say you actually say condition based on the fact say obabe to your deposit. Who to your deposit ni be any amount unconditional offer. Say who go to your deposit ni amount unconditional offer now. It will come with some terms. They say bia to your £3,000 and now to your £4,000 initial deposit. Near amount confirmation of acceptance letter. Confirmation of acceptance letter no yen lawyers no ye be friend CAS for short. Sa CAS document we only the be visa application amount. Without that letter, there's no way anybody can make service application for you. Very, very important. That letter will also confirm how much money you need for yourself and your dependents with me at the visa application. The amount of money that is needed depends on which part of the country our course in the war. For instance, if you are deciding and I say you are thinking, say, or course in the university or London, the expectation is that you will have £1,334 per month times 9 in your bank account. The amount again is £1,334 per month times 9 in your bank account. Into any cost which is either 1 year or above, the minimum money that we expect to see in your account is this amount of money, which is 1,334 times 9 in your bank account. And then if the cost is outside London, you are looking at 1,023 pounds a month times 9. You must be able to prove, say, that you have that money in your bank account for at least 28 days, 28 consecutive days period within the last 31 days preceding the application. I don't know, you need to get a calculation right. Say, Oba Beye application, you can say, submit the date of application. The date of application, Dana Ubetia home office fees, That is the date of your application. And yet, the date of going to do your biometric TLS. And as a Ghana, Rebecca said, Ubeko Moving Pick Hotel, Wakobo and Sano. That is not the date that you submitted your application. The date that you submitted your application is the date that you paid the home office fees, the date that you paid the NHS fees. So it's very, very, very important you are able to do the calculation right. If you don't get the calculation right, waiting. Tests are waiting, and these things, they are very, very, very strict on them. If you don't meet it, they will just refuse your application. Secondly, say open say ebi ohonoma owosikano, but demonstrating say owosikano, the person may not follow the rules. Into obi be say a kwine ben so na obetimi demonstrating say what's asikano. You may have a bank statement. Into the bank statement, must come from an approved bank. When to me, ukoyi bank statement efi ebia u village mu yesusu ema kojo menu say on crass sune ema na owia wa churchro but type say o was asika we our bank account na de beto honoma enye adia ye befa emfa emma. So it's very, very important say the bank account you are using is in a recognized bank that you are using, and yes, I want here a bit hard drink. Ubetimi a use letter from your bank or building society to confirm say those funds a honum. So we'll share efficacy for requirements. Now they expect to see certain things on the bank statement. The bank statement must show the applicant's name on it. Your name must be shown on the bank statement. What this means, say oko ATM machine, now oko printing mini statement says as can now within any such statement, so now what they call application waiting and ya the amount you be refuse application. But throw is to say lawyer because your application with the way about your farmer may say is going to be a problem. Internet is very, very, very important. Say we get that one done. The bank account must have a number. The bank's name and logo must be shown clearly in palette. And yes, baby. All transactions in the 28-day period, must show clearly. Don't expect say would the bank statement near 5 pages. Now we page 4 a few. What they call see at the amount there be a so these are some of the things that we expect to see. Most of the time now we tell people say you are planning to submit any bank statement. It is advisable say why J or bank statements in a big way. You will go to the bank, get them to endorse the pages for you, put a stamp on it and sign it to show say this is very, very authentic. And also you want to make their work easier for them so that they make your life easier for you as well. Very, very important. Say the point that I want people to understand, and they say this bank statement, it shouldn't be in somebody else's name. Say, Mama Len, if we decide say unia baby of you person over school has say na oshena sika no account into the bank account at their man say on fan application and also nye idea ebefa. You can have problems. But let's talk about how you can do this. For instance, if Sikano a year parents, papa na mama edin it is possible say ubetimi use that bank statements in the area support to application, but we will need evidence to say or your papa na so your mama, and that is where sometimes we tend to have problems. Obi no ma na the bank the birth certificate oba school ya no acquire birth certificate so the name, the birth certificate is all right, it's there, but it can cause problems. Say engine this the birth certificate is authentic, so you need to be very careful when you are doing that. If bank statements and and as a wujiri edinwa or partner edinwa and also no ubetimi aye ubetimi the account, but what they say is they either must be in the UK or be applying at the same time as you, and yes and also emfa into say you yiri and I say ukunu na air sponsor now say we really UK already, then that will be acceptable. So only UK already now so or Ghana and no a year application. The expectation is that you are making the application at the same time. If not, it will not be acceptable. So you see how tricky this thing is. One year, Obejin say, "Oh, my baby, come, but we're not anya the foul." Say, if you are hormone so unisika ni bi. So what do the person do? And then I will buy a honoma, we can advise you wait me acquire joint statement, joint account with the person. Into the ABA mama len when I was as you can account, but your sister or your brother do not have the money in the account. Meanwhile, no unia bema na unia by ustro say offer sa 10,000 and I said 12,000. Sigan echo good account my ABA not the one can ra. We friend grandpa no block your number usro. So what do? Instead of putting the money in his account to be able to show it, you can open a joint account so that you restrict his access to it. These are some of the little tricks that you can come away with when you come and instruct a lawyer to show you how to go around the problem that you are facing when it comes to making such an application. Now, say, the person is being sponsored. Okay, or official financial sponsorship from either scholarship secretariat and now say or sponsorship from a company into ABR. We Jumama GN Radio, not GN Radio decided say Mama Land, they were here Jumaya person the masters and not any PhD. So we are going to pay for her. Meanwhile, no here international students and also here visa and Sanawakoya. Then the company can give you a letter, a document. The document must show certain things. It must show the date that the sponsorship offer letter came out, the name of the sponsor, contact details of the sponsor, how long the sponsorship will last, the amount of money that is being given to you, whether say just the fees or it includes accommodation. All these things, all these details must be captured in the sponsorship letter before you can make such an application using that document. Obi ohonswa na wakoji students loan. Students loan, unfortunately, Ghana State loan, and as I mean what they call it at the moment. And no, yentimi engine famba university or approach, but I know that some countries they can do that. And I also say you may have a bank that may be willing to provide you a student's loan to come to the UK to come and study. If that is the case, and also we have a requirement how the letters must be drafted. For instance, the loan document should not be dated more than 6 months before the date of application. It should state whether the student loan is provided by government, government-sponsored loan company, or educational loan provider. They be more on my educational loan providers, and they will say, so, they are going to provide you the loan to come and study here. It must confirm the amount of the loan, confirm the loan is for you. It's an official and or more official letterhead. So they cannot just write it anyhow, and confirm the funds will be available to you or paid directly to the university before you start the course. And also very, very, very important. And once you've done all these things, there are certain information you will need before you make the application: residential address, or UK national insurance number, copy of any previous residence permits that you may have. So it's not room has said that all these things, we will need it. We'll put all these documents together, and then we will be able to submit the application on your behalf. And God willingly, once you've met everything that you are required to know, then crata and ebema. But Mama Len, unim say, sometimes things don't go according to plan. You may be able to do everything right, but there may be misinterpretation, the that may go on, and for that reason, your application may be refused. For instance, a recent case that I dealt with or that I learned about, the person who had been in the UK, which now Chrome has say, or by school ever has say, but time na school no ebe wie no, he thought say obetimi aye application for sa graduate route visa ni bi. So koye application call. But oye application call no, then also would submit the application online.
Yeah.
Beginning of my presentation, catch all say the date of application is the date that you pay the fees.
Yeah.
But most people know so omutua fees ni ye bibia ewie na wa submitting application. Now bia later on no wa call upload the evidence that you hear. So you don't upload the evidence the same time as paying the fees. Into no obitimi year application for extension or year application you know. Now if ya man a checklist of documents that he needs to submit to the Home Office to complete the application process. So the application process is in 3 stages. The stage where you submit your application and pay the fees, the stage that you submit your evidence on top of it, which is the second stage, then the third stage that you go and do your biometric. That is the third and final stage to complete an application process. So this person I'm talking about managed to submit and pay the fees for the application, but he was not able to upload the evidence that was required. Because when me upload the documents, you will say the application was partially hanging. But in this stage, do we classify the person as an overstayer or not? You may do so depending on the caseworker who is interpreting or reading the situation. The person was supposed to submit certain documents, evidence, but the person realized that evidence not answer or the ban. So what did the person do? Or withdraw the application in a fee voluntarily, and you'll be a PAMON. Okay. The person then goes home, submits a new application to come back after he has obtained all the documents. Now they claim say Obetina her last time overstay, so they've refused the person. So this is somebody who has met all the rules, all the regulations, have done everything right, but have been refused. When things like that happen, and somebody is misrepresenting or reading the rules differently and against you, then you may have to consider doing things like administrative review. Into the more my application that I'm person mobile university this year, September, maybe I will train will be scholarship letter never and you're the right way. And your fault, in Ghana. So could GBB or honum na say the catch on so no. Or I had a son near. So if you've got a situation whereby your visa has been refused without and through no fault of yours, you may have to consider doing administrative review. And the Fortwell Solicitors can assist you with that administrative review process. Normally, so we hear application from Ghana, you have up to 28 days of administrative review. But I tell people, say the earlier you do it, the better. We've done administrative reviews that have taken almost 6 months. That decisions have not come up. It is very, very important that you get these things. And imagine, say, you need to start a university in September and as the latest by October. Now, what administrative review? Now, almost 6 months, near and far decision in by. It's very, very important to get lawyers to assist you with that process. Secondly, so we administrative review now say decision do not go in your favor. We may consider doing what we call judicial review. Judicial review, the next step where we take the matter to court for an independent judge to review the case for you. An administrative review may not necessarily be in your favor because all the documents and efficacy for them to say, oh, my error with my application. Can you revise or look into it and get it done properly for me? And it may not be to your favor. Sometimes when it doesn't work in your favor, then we will look at the other option of doing the judicial review, as I said. Yes, with the legal processes and all that. And I would like to use the last 5 minutes of the time to talk about the new service that we also provide for students, people who intend to study in the UK. So if you are planning to study in the UK, first, you make just a call now, university around the whole of UK. You have over 1,000 universities. As to whether, say, university where will accept you or will not accept you, the example, a different matter. You then have the situation where you talk about fees. How much are they going to charge you? Where in the country will be ideal for you? Unti Chrome ha, oti Ghana, and our person we application about Chrome say all these things may be difficult for you to comprehend or understand. Obi one because just not lawyer, I'm person about land, but many university be you say we Nottingham. So Nottingham and the London a power homes. But he doesn't know say it's got nothing to do with London. Obiajin so or London, all the universities are in London, but Obi on maybe grandpa now university what Newcastle if you baby, and it will be very difficult for you to come here. So when you come to us Fortwell Solicitors, we discuss with you what your needs are. And he found out person with now. I didn't know person with now. What is your budget? How much do you want to pay for your university degree and also your master's program? What's your budget? Once you give us all these budgets and all this information, we have a system in place where we will be able to generate or we will be able to whittle down the number of universities that we are going to apply for you. Universities, is very, very difficult to get in. If you have your qualification in any idea you will enter, we will not even let you waste your time to apply for those universities. Once we get the necessary information that we need, we will then upload it on our system, and then we will hand you over to our partners who will then take over between getting you admission to that university. Until we will take your documents, upload it, give it to them, and then they will try and get you the university admission. Once the university admission is granted, they give it back to us, the letter, then we submit your visa application process for you. What this does, and they said, you have one point of call, one center who deals with the admission process for you and then your visa process for you. We think it's a brilliant service. There are so many students who have reached out to us this September that unfortunately we could not help them because we could not assist. We did not have the capacity to help them with the visa, the student application process. Now that we have the capacity to do that, we encourage people that if you still want to join the university this September, get in touch. At the internet, we are talking about student visa more often than saying. We've come to understand that the benefits of getting student visa is enormous. So with the visitors visa, visitors visa amawa. Visitors visa useless. Excuse my language, but obaha untimi worry. Untimi extend the visa no. Untimi nye juma. Untimi nye hwe. Untino if you know person worry and now should be crown person worry na. This was an panic fee and some worry aba. Into the visitors visa is not ideal. But student visa no o the back chrome has here. Ubetimi abet should be what wetimi aware no. Now wetimi enya switch it to a different route. Ubana when should be a crown person switch to different visa routes. Yetimi ye mount, yetimi ye startup visa mount, yetimi ye way innovator visa mount, yetimi crown put a ye skilled worker, which is work permit, and as a healthcare worker. Ubana binya we care home bina some sponsor. Utimi switch echo and also if you screen to so ubana so we school fees 12,000, 20,000 or more bono. Wait to your 3,000, 4,000. I won't need to wait to the rest. Now say unya ejume be grandpa care home. Now so it is very, very good for student visa for you to come into the country. Secondly, so what me we of course now automatically you get 2 years work permit. Whether you have a job offer or you don't have a job offer, they give you the 2 years work permit. 2 years in UK is a very long time for you to do whatever it is. 2 years car wabo say 10,000 or say 20,000 out the school fees now. Wait me worker. So student visa is very, very good. Thirdly, one of the easiest visas to be able to obtain. In my earlier presentation, if you are able to get every document that we need, the guarantees here the Bema about 99%. And to say visitors visa, obetimi our £1 million our account. So what they call 200 na case where can I say, okra me hwe ni ma obabru sha won kobio obetimi refuse application at the amount because they've got that discretion. Unlike student visa, they don't have that discretion. They are supposed to give it to you if you've ticked all the boxes or you've obtained the points that you are supposed to obtain for that type of visa application. May encourage your TF4, your listeners, people who want to help their family members and relatives to come in. And say skilled worker, this is now pay be sponsor or no, you don't want all that headache. This is the best route for many people, and we encourage them. And it is good that at the moment we can do everything in one house for you.
Wow.
That's it.
That's a lawyer. Everything I pay the lawyer. Am I in Chimupa? Media the Emmy Decra and said, the Omoan Cassasi, Omoan Cassadi, and we be at the amount. So you students said you all confess and knock a water contribution. As he said, the Omoan Cassa be the amount, depending, say, Academy, Nina, Edia. Sabre, my member, our father, him say, Afe, and was so a year radio. I would see media and I say will share live on Facebook. I am our papa, a breno, a copa, and so I said, no. This time as a lawyer, I see a beautiful lines in the tomb at the amount while we see that's the one to be a see out with me free visa and answer or question be out with me a free visa. It's a break there. With the phone lines never to judge the amount. So, over to me a friend now what visa or question. Na lawyer a year not the amount of in studio lines I use no 0203 735 8820 0203 735 8820 and I say mame a mobile call and about 0778 793 9958 0778 793 9958. Question be a Emma lawyer no fabra said what the omudiaba. Yebema lawyer ya no share on Facebook so a ubetimi e o question no atu ho no mo yebe read ama lawyer ano e de ama ofefe oba like na e share ema obufufo eso entimi lawyer first of all there may be person who ne say to say the wo kan a e pesi hu as say nya mencha mo timi e be ye bibia de ama obi a o student na so person oba. The person who say, "Obi or Ghana, so person or contact mona or bar, a bisuadia, or money dear no. How does it work? The father number first one, or first one betting your contact more in the way I will bet me at one or sometimes."
You won't grow for be brave, and I say, our clients be brave are almost friend if you Ghana. The most important thing is say, oh, friend if you Ghana because you want to come to school here. Who degree and as well qualification be our say SSC now or qualification in the or contact here with me a friend when office number and also which is scrolling on the screen or the country code +44 and account on our fra yebefa take or qualification with CV be our and once we receive those documents we will process you take initial consultation, what type of course our person will hear, what your budget is, which areas of UK now person will hear then over. Once we do that, we can then onboard you on the process. The key thing is once you make a commitment, say, okay, me person Fortwell Solicitors, yes, we have a dedicated team who will be working on these student visas for people going forward. Luckily for us, the people that we've partnered with, they can work with over almost all the universities that we UK. We have confidence in them. Say once we've onboarded you, we've put you on the system, they will be in a position to assist you to get whichever university that you want to be able to come to the UK. There will here be an guidance. Email contact or ultimately send an email. Ultimately friend or phone. So most of the numbers that we have, the mobile numbers that comes on the screen, have WhatsApp facilities. With me a friend or WhatsApp, with me a send a message or WhatsApp, and then we'll reach out to you and we'll be more than happy to help you out.
Okay, next lawyer numbers are the piano me so e will reduce for Fortwell Solicitors phone on the same number will be OTA or share no ebetimi a contact so
Yes.
na email this way.
Email no obetimi asende ako enquiries@fortwellsolicitors.com.
Okay.
Say oko enquiries@fortwellsolicitors.com. With me, subject matter no now we put student visa enquiry, and then straight away no we will get back to you. So oko your website conswa you can send enquiry through our website into oko www.fortwellsolicitors.com. We have a portal where you can make an inquiry there and it will bring it straight to us. On that portal, you can leave your email address, your phone number, and everything, and it will get to our contact center straight away, and we'll respond to it with whatever information that we need. The ways and means of it reach out there, it does be break. Wait to Grandpa Richie and our Facebook page, and you can send us a message on what you want, and a member of the team will get in touch and discuss your needs with you.
Mr. Wabia now na Pentama Comenam Sakonia is na me the numbers na to get Eddie Mama shut up on me bisa lawyer questions being na no wait me a year no say the bear because probably Ghana wants some more contact a crabbe no befa so be buy ni sa nema nema ntino say bi uti edi boa na utimi eco school na utimi esua de eco wanim kakra na pese obeto aso ha de a ene ho kwan ena ene lawyer ede abatudwa ede amaye ntino mesrewa bomodin afa number na efre eye photo na omo entimi emboa mesrewa mobile number obetimi contact wo mo ewo so 07944 976161 07944 who says o Ghana +44 and 0044 me patcho you code no na fe wo this number no asoso 7944976161 na oya ne fefefe e wo sa kwan so so na betimi a contact wo mo office line no patcho no 0203 325 7030 0203 325 7030 again with the code no ebeba na obo number no e di asoso 0044 203 325 7030 na the fefe o sa kwan so sabe one questions na bisa di ama so question bi apese bisa lawyer me sometimes no means me bisa o question ni ma because means me review mind but if you ho meet me bisa dia ebeboa o sa kwan so nti na ho behia se obefre na wa bisa o question na say number me di tu dwa no be contact wo mo na wa bisa o sa kwan so said they all can email no enquiries@fortwellsolicitors.com and I said www.fortwellsolicitors.com patrol sa use sa email address na efa contact wo so wo share free Ghana na wo ti free Ghana ebeboa e wo sa kwan so like the person me say hu ni say na wo kasa enu no na wo ka bibi about sika SSA so bi ba school e wo London SSA onya which is 1334 I think is now mentioned times 9 years 9 months
Times 9
times 9 na the person who says any panel sika na SSA a dan account no SSA ya ono ani sika na so omo hwe ne sa omo hwe ba bi asika be free ba and one say other account no for their 28 days and SSA. How does it work?
They don't mind where the money has come from.
Oh, okay.
And because the expectation is since you can't that account move for 28 days in Kwadia, nani pano the amount of application. And as all the Sikana amount say could use UK. And the good news is ubetimi akobo besia, ubetimi akofa busuya koko sikanya de boom. The application so it's very, very exciting and trust me, share African community anymore. Young person account. But the good thing is there you on me at this Nafa co school, no Uria Nafa bra. So when you get in touch and you find yourself in that situation, you inquire people who we can recommend for them to help you. So there, you can even take a student's loan to do it. Into the student loan in fee organization, on fee individual, or not this kind of ego accounting one, it's acceptable.
Okay. Wait, if we George, well, George say, of our school, UK has say, na overstay, na ono anya omo na de ne kwe ono ankasa na ekofi. He's been home for 5 years now. Person oba back no osa ebe student. Is it possible?
Oh yes, it is possible. So they are previously, no. So we application now. One of the things a Home Office for will look at your previous immigration history. So if previously what be year overstay at Krum has say not voluntarily one awokoya, we know say after 2 years you should be able to come back into the country. So we share Home Office guidance idea on case worker now. They have told them say if the person have overstayed previously, but according to the immigration rules, at the time when the person is making an application, he qualifies and they have to disregard that. They need to disregard that. And yes, we use to and no against you. Sometimes people feel say once they've overstayed, that punishment goes on forever. It doesn't go on forever. There are time limits, strict time limits within the immigration rules based on that, and they will have to make sure so they don't consider those periods. Even in Crawford break immigration rules whilst they were young, they were under 18 years, and instead Home Office for consider. Until as a catcher says a refuse to application because of one of these reasons, you get in touch. We will be able to do the administrative review for you to make sure everything is resolved.
Okay. Yen time no property me fa kojo wusu de en so na fe yen sorry so. Or not just na o krom ha say o chi loan na o call Ghana when tria loan na o call Ghana. But say when ya o baby o UK ha say our person or worry the person who say o ba baka me fa chire na say
When it comes to loan, credit, the standard when it say normally after 6 years, it may go away. I don't know whether he filed for bankruptcy and also more year application for CCJ. So Oba Kronimu has say it depends on maybe a loan company work and as what they want to do. Maybe they will come back and try say Jessica if I don't know, I'm not too sure. If that is the case, of course, immigration is simple. We also deal with litigation matters. Into things like that, say, company throw back, say, Ghana would then another Ghana would then after 10 years, and still we expect you to pay back. You can get in touch. We will look into the rules for you and see whether we can defend you. It's the monster. So I could show you say, oh, wiring up a sober or waiting to number, and then we will assist the person.
No, this kind of yeah, no, you see, I have no corner and say, and they say, but lawyer, me jam, I say, oh, last question, and last, be a person, they come home.
Oh, me that say for a tier for mamo joining and mamo share, yeah, appreciating more effort, and say the kind student visa is very exciting. Student visa has been there for a very long time. First, Nana university fees was about 3,000, almost two so called 9,000, 12,000, 20,000. It puts a lot of people off, but gradually, people are still beginning to appreciate the value that those student visas and the education they obtain from UK can add to their lives. People are still coming back again. So Oba now person Oba school Krum has said young Fortwell Solicitors, we've opened our doors. We are more than happy to assist you with the whole process to get you into the system. Or more on joining September, which is may not be too late. There are still some universities that may be able to accept you. More mercy and sad deadline. I'm person will join February starting and so no. We have started admission process. Everything about our application and just get in touch and we'll help you.
You Nana Juma baby, I will be around me chiapa and check as yes, and come be around with you to me, okay, I will like it, okay, and I'm must say, 70. And if I thought number ni be sɛ wantumi antwerɛ a ɛtwa gu screen no so sɛ wohwɛ wɔ live so a wobɛtumi afa de afiri hɔ no mu mepakyɛ bɔ mmɔden acontact ɛyɛ Fortwell Solicitors ɛwɔ 0203 325 7030 ɛno ɛyɛ office line a wobɛtumi afrɛ wɔn abuki appointment akɔhu wɔn mo question bi apɛ sɛ wobisa bi a wɔn bɛtumi ayi wɔn ano akyerɛw na ɛsɛ sɛ woyɛ bi a ɛwɔ saa kwan no so nti no frɛ wɔn office line 0203 325 7030 anaasɛ wobɛtumi acontact wɔn wɔ mobile so ɛwɔ 079 44 976161 079 44 976161 ɛso na question bi a anaasɛ mmoa bi a wohia wɔn sɛ mbɛboa wo bia no wɔn atumi aboa ɛwɔ saa kwan no so nti mesrɛ wo a sɛ woyɛ student na wopɛ sɛ woba ɛyɛ UK ebusua adeɛ mesrɛ wo a contact Fortwell Solicitors ɔmbɛboa wo ɔwɔ questions ɔmbɛbisa wo na ɔmahwɛ mmoa a wɔbɛtumi aboa wo ɛwɔ saa kwan no so nti mebɔ mmɔden asɛ wobɛcontact wɔn mu so mesrɛ wo a wɔn number na mde ato dwa no afei so wobɛtumi email wɔn mu enquiries@fortwellsolicitors.com na wɔn aboa wo ɛwɔ saa kwan no so ha ne yɛde bɛsie na nyame yɛ adom a next week ɛm sɛ lɔya ɔhema yie na ɛnha adwene ho
sɛ ɛno ne yɛ Monday
Tuesday de biribi abɛkɔ so fine okay
yes
nyame yɛ adom a wɔde mpakyɛ yɛ yɛbɛsa abɛhyia ne aba abɛsom Tuesday na deɛ wokɔ bi ɛsɛ sɛ wohu bi a no soso no watumi asua ɛwɔ ɛyɛ saa kwan no so medin normally ne lɔya Daniel Kerr ɛna ɛne yɛbɛsom lɔya thank you so much nyame yɛ adom a
thank you medase
ɛda wobiara ase bye bye
Yo, Ghana for your working race approach my muha. Ya sweady. Yenya emranimfo a won akwadare wo emranimo a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nuanom momyemfa ye immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo Fortwell Solicitors emranimu akukudrofo se watena ha che ombeboa wo ma wonsa ka won krata na se wedi edro nso a eyo mo kokokra eba ne nipa setena mu ene adwuma mu nsem bia omudim akotene pa omo wo mre di mani pa bia na de enika wo mu mpo ne se no consultation fee.
Fortwell Solicitors always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad. Fortwell Solicitors also deals with long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Fortwell Solicitors is located at
Unit 1, ground floor, Katrina House, 58 Clarendon Road, London, N80DJ. Nearest tube station, Tempark Lane and Wood Green. Overground, Hornsey Station. Buses, 41 to Archway and 144 to Maswa Hill. For more info, call 0203 3257 030. Call our 24-hour line on 0754 8701 011. Website www.fortwellsolicitors.com.
opening hours Monday to Friday 9:30 to 5:30 p.m.
Thursday beyond so your Milton Keynes.
Fortwell Solicitors is regulated by SRA.
Fortwell Solicitors.